Yo, what's up, family? In today's video, we'll take a look at more creepy and strange TikToks that will make you question reality.
They shot a Hellstar missile at aliens and tried to slide that information out like it was just a normal Wednesday. We damn near finna have a civil war. Y'all trying to start a galactic war. Like, this season on Earth is so unfucking predictable.
So here it go right here. Yo, and I'm still moving.
This is when it zoomed out, so you can still see it traveling. So,
Steady. Steady. Ooh.
Did y'all see that? Blinking, you'll miss it.
Steady. Ooh.
Meow. What was that? And it's probably because he's up high on the hill that he was able to even see that. The dark secret hidden in, what is this? Oh, Lord.
Now, that's a plane. No doubt about that, right?
Right,
So
right.
I'm going to move over this side to see this.
What am I
What the
saying?
heck is that? Well, where's it coming from?
With the light in the
Yeah.
sky?
That's a UFO.
Somebody please explain to me what this building right here is. What's the meaning behind this? What the fuck does that mean? You got a giant soaring over the towers of Chicago. You know, is this old world right here? It's
Yes.
like old world
100%.
structure or something, or you got new structure, old, you got semi-old, new, and you got this. It's just in the middle of nowhere. What is this? Look at the structure here.
Yeah, that's definitely old world right there, man.
It's all City Hall right here. Look at this. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Somebody explain.
Prior to the reset, you know, a lot of the buildings are still there, like in these big cities. A newer building, right, that will still have the older building inside of it. They build around it like a veneer in a way, right? I was just in Columbus, right, and I went to the Museum of Arts in Columbus. That's what they did there, right? You go in, like, from the outside, it's like a glass wall and stuff, and you walk inside and it's all updated and stuff, but then you get to certain rooms and you're like, wait, this is old. You guys built all around whatever this building was before. So that's what they do with a lot of the old world buildings.
Don't mind me, I'm hiding in the closet for my kids. Okay, so I think that something is going on with these people, that they have us chipped or something. Because I was just sitting here looking at my hand. I went to my son's hand. I said, ooh, I want to see if he got an M, because I have an M on my hand. Grab my son's hand and check out his hand. Didn't say a word. All of this was my thoughts. All of this was my thoughts. I'm going to insert the clip of the video that popped up maybe 3 or 4 minutes after I did this.
Whoever I'm talking to, you definitely have a M on your
Take a look at y'all hand.
Some of you guys might got double M's.
Look at y'all hand, y'all.
You got a double M, you definitely probably got the crescent moon as well on your.
How the fuck is that possible? We're chipped. And I didn't take I didn't take that. I don't get flu shots. I don't get none of that. I'm chipped.
Y'all think she chips? I think the phones can actually read our thoughts. I think that's no longer sci-fi. That's real life, real time, especially if you have one of these new updated phones with AI already installed. Like, they know exactly what you're thinking. It's a frequency. Every thought comes off as a frequency. A thought isn't something that's non-realistic. Like, it's a thing. So when you have these thoughts, that is a thing. And you are creating these frequencies, and these phones are picking up off of those frequencies. That's just my opinion, though.
It's a gas? Yeah, the gas. No, which gas?
You never seen this?
No, never. I never seen it.
Can you?
It's my maybe that premium, but with that. Let me check.
What is this? Yo, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I ain't never seen that propane.
Because this, I don't.
What is that?
You got them. Now I knew they existed. Well, what are they all the way over there? I didn't know there was another three.
Did y'all know that? There's way more than just those three, I guess.
This says that square waves are a phenomenon. I don't think so. I think it has something much deeper to it.
The shit that I just learned on this app might be the craziest thing ever. And it also might be evidence that we're living in a simulation. Mind you, what I'm about to tell you, I've known about it my whole entire life. And most likely you have too. Go back in your mind and think of the first letter S that you learned how to draw. Not right. The first S that you learned how to draw. 3 lines on top, 3 lines on bottom, triangle, triangle, blah, blah, blah. Matter of fact, look at this shit. You remember this S. Because everybody in any school, anywhere, knows this S. When I was in school, they taught us how to draw this S. When my kids was in school, they taught them how to draw that S. They're saying that allegedly, supposedly, that S is the logo for the company that runs the simulation here. You didn't hear what I just said, right? This S right here is the logo of the company that runs this simulation here. Now, of course, I don't know how true this is, but think about this. How does everybody know about this S right here?
That is true.
Who made this S right here? And it's real convenient that this is the first graffiti piece that we learned how to draw when we were younger. Why did they teach us this? Why is that the easiest piece to draw? You tell me. I'm out.
What if it's not even an S? What if it's a cube or cubes? Or what if it's like geometrical and it's something completely different that we have no clue what it is? That is very like strange that everyone everywhere, no matter where you were back in the day, you knew how to draw this S. And it's not like we had TikTok or phones or anywhere to like send some, hey, look at how I did this. You know what I'm saying? So it was literally just word of mouth. And how does everyone across all states and all schools know how to draw that S?
Who got shot in Utah. Him getting shot in Utah makes him, I believe, American number 18,533 who got shot in the U.S. this year, shot and killed.
Damn.
And I think that there were 3 more people who were killed, shot and killed in Colorado, just over the mountains, within hours of his shooting. And all the flags in America are going to fly half-mast. Not for those 18,335 other victims, but they're going to fly half-mast for Charlie Kirk. That's just an observation. You can do with it what you will. Whoever pulled that trigger didn't do it for me, and they didn't do it for you. I don't even see them as being on 2 different sides. They didn't silence Charlie Kirk. They amplified Charlie Kirk. The power structure never cared about that boy. They used him. And he's more useful to them now than he was the day before. He's more useful to them dead than he was alive. Listen, you don't defeat someone like this, someone like a Charlie Kirk, a tool like him, by letting that tool mold you into exactly what they want you to be. That killer didn't deliver justice. If you think they did, he didn't. He delivered to the power structure an even more enhanced weapon. He made a mediocre, but dangerous and polarizing figure, Charlie Kirk, into now an impeachable icon for the very fan base that he most likely despises. And he made criticism of Charlie Kirk's ideas. Now it's disrespect for the dead. This is not resistance. This is a gift. This is a gift to the very security state that he probably thought he was attacking. No, it's stupidity. They'll use his death. Oh, how they will use it. They will use his death to paint every dissenting voice, every cry for a more just world. They'll paint with the same bloody brush. They're going to use his death to avoid once again ever having to look in the mirror. They're going to hold Charlie Kirk's body up as a shield against any examination of the society that created him. And the society that created his killer. The society that they made and that they rule, and you didn't do anything now but strengthen their hold on that society. They're going to use his corpse as a pulpit to preach from, and you just validated all the lies that they're going to be preaching. You understand me? Because listen, the truth is the Charlie Kirks of the world are not the enemy. The enemy is the society, it's the system, it's the power structure, it's the so-called civilization that creates boys like Charlie Kirk. I call him a boy because that's what he is to me. I'm 54 years old. That's what he is to me, or that's what he was. And also because he presented a childish, simplistic cartoon portrait of America that only a young boy could ever believe in. He presented an America without complexity, without guilt, without the burden of their terrible history. Well, that's a seductive product. And America has always been an eager market for that sort of a product. He existed because of supply and demand. You demand and the power structure supplies. The killer and the killed are the products of the same sick society. Kirk and his killer, and the other 18,535 victims and their killers. And wallahi, if you don't clock this reality, if you don't understand this reality, and if you let yourself get swept up in all the narratives and all the counter narratives, then you might just end up being like one of them, on one side or the other side of that gun, because the machine is already spinning. The machine, that same machine that Charlie Kirk served so faithfully. They're spinning the narrative now. They're going to label him as a martyr for free speech, a victim of left-wing extremism. And they're going to use his death, they're going to use it to demand more surveillance, more censorship, more policing, more militarization of the police against their opponents, more police powers. They're going to use his blood to sanitize his ideology and to legitimize every poisonous thing that he ever said. Now, some of you are out here cheering about what happened. Well, you're fools. Why, when you celebrate, all you do is elevate and strengthen their narrative. Charlie Kirk was not an outlier. He was a product. He was the logical output of a system that's designed to generate exactly what he was. He sold a fantasy, like I say, a fantasy where all of the problems of modern America, economic decay, economic despair, cultural displacement, and cultural unrest, political powerlessness, these are all not the inevitable results of late-stage capitalism in a dying empire, no. It's all the fault of immigrants. It's all the fault of minorities, of wokeism. Some internal enemy that's not in power. Well, now he's been killed. And his death is going to be used to service that same system. The security state benefits, the politicians that he supported benefit, the media benefits because they get endless hours now of content, of debate, of fear-mongering, of polarization mining. You understand me? The entire apparatus of control gets a massive boost. His killing was not an attack on the system. It was a gift to the system. You didn't extinguish a fire, you just scattered the embers and made it more dangerous. The individual who pulled that trigger, their motives are irrelevant. It doesn't matter if they saw themselves as a revolutionary or they saw themselves as a vigilante. Their actions serve a deeply counter-revolutionary purpose. You understand me? You didn't help Muslims. You didn't help so-called minorities. You didn't help immigrants. You didn't help women. You didn't help anyone. All you did was exactly what they created Charlie Kirk to goad you into doing. Please understand me. You contributed now. Whoever did this contributed to exactly the climate that they created Charlie Kirk to create. No, they're both servants of chaos. The killer and the killed. No, you don't need a bullet, you need a brain. You need a mind that can't be manipulated. You need an inflammable heart. A heart that can stay calm, cool, and collected when everything around you is in flames. That's what you need. And wallahi, you can't let the hatred of a people cause you to act unjustly, or to advocate or to endorse injustice, or to celebrate injustice. Don't let that boy's enmity towards us and ours towards him make you think that his murderer is our ally.
And that's a big fact, because that's all he did was amplify who he was. Now he's a legend. I've heard more about Charlie Kirk in the last 2 days than I've heard ever in my life. I'm being 100% honest. I had no clue who he was prior to yesterday, you know, and now that's all I see everywhere. And now I'm starting to know who he was. You got to think about things here, right? People in power really don't care about anybody. They'll use anybody as a pawn, you know, to get the eyes off of them.
Just last night, the suspect was taken into custody at 10 p.m. local time. In less than 36 hours. 33 to be precise. 33 to be precise.
Took how many hours to catch this guy? How many hours? Not 36, not 37, not 38, not even less than that. It took 33 hours to catch the guy that allegedly did this to this guy right here, Charlie Kirk. I don't know. You tell me what is going on, because seeing that number right there, that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not saying anything else. I'm just reporting on the news that you see right here. That's all that I am doing. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk.
Did AI know about Charlie's event before it happened on September 9th and post about it? So this user posted about how someone made a book about the event for Charlie, but look at this, it was published on September 9th. Yet the event for Charlie was yesterday, September 10th. Now, I shared this link at 2:23 Eastern Time. 8 minutes later, no one else was able to see that link anymore. Amazon removed it. Now, Petty Mayonnaise got screenshots of what the book was saying before it was removed, and it is listed on my Discord if you want to join. But the reason I'm showing you this is because you can tell that it's AI written. And before I show you what it actually says in the book, I want you to know that even this is AI. So are we in a matrix? Or are we just that predictable to AI that it knows what's going to happen? By the way, that book described exactly how it was going to happen. It's on my Discord. Take care. God bless.
Yo.
So I really want you to pay attention to this. On Charlie Kirk's shooting, you see him right there? That's him debating with somebody here right before he gets shot. Right here. He got shot from his right hand side, on that side, coming out here. See the wall there? Right next to him, his people, and another wall. I'm going to make this make sense in a second.
Mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years. Counting or not counting gang violence.
Alright, that's right when he gets shot. Right there. He got shot right then. Coming from that side of him, coming to here. Now see the wall? See the bleachers here? You see another wall there. They're saying he got shot from rooftop, which means he would have to be up from here, going down there, because he got shot from that side, coming out here. But I'm going to make something else very trivial. Where they said the shooter was, watch this.
A second later, he was shot in the neck, in the middle of the quad. sitting underneath a banner that said the American comeback. We know one round was fired.
Okay, now, from what I just showed you, he's here, facing that direction. That's the wall you were seeing. Those are the bleachers you were seeing. Those are the people you were seeing. He got shot from here going out there. Now they're saying he got shot from a shooter over here, which would make the trajectory basically in his throat, out his back. Impossible. This is a cover-up, people. He was shot from this side, going out that side. I know that. I'm ex-military, guys. I know how a bullet works. And if you saw the canopy in the beginning, you couldn't see the canopy, or sorry, you couldn't see him from the canopy from up here, only from right here. Because the canopy was very low, and if you look, you can only see people up this high. And he was shot from this direction, going out to that direction. They're saying the shooter was there. 100% impossible. If something happens to me, guys, please understand. I'm just trying to uncover this. They're covering it up 1,000%.
Make it make sense.
You need to have an indicator. An indicator is just something that you touch that starts the signs. We can go through all different signs, but if we never have something to start it, we don't know what we're looking for, right? So let's say, for example, we're going to use the hat as the indicator. That means whatever we touch after the hat, what we want the player to do, okay? Let's say the elbow is the steal, okay? So the hat is an indicator, elbow is a steal. So could also use white. So we can go hat, elbow, white. Now it's off, okay? So anytime you get the white, that means that sign is off. The coach gave it by mistake.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America?
Yo, something's very fishy about this. That's all I'm going to say. Like, it don't make sense.
Man, the real reason that the government wanted to get rid of TikTok in the USA is starting to become increasingly evident. I don't know if y'all have been looking up this stuff, but if you type in the search bar, Music Festival 2025, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. This is what they didn't want. This is why they tried to shut down the app, and when they brought back the app, they put in all these safeguards so that we couldn't see this type of stuff. They're trying to suppress everything so you don't know what's going on the West Coast, the East Coast, down South, whatever. They don't want you to see it, and we gotta speak in coded language just to get the message across. So if you look up Music Festival 2025, you'll see what I'm talking about. But they don't want us to see that because they know if we see that, we'll start to get ideas and the message will start to spread and the movement will be started. Like they said, the revolution will be televised. But they're trying to suppress it right now. Eventually, they ain't going to be able to do none of that because it's going to spread so far across, and it ain't just going to be the left. It'll be the left, right, middle, whatever you want to consider yourself, because everybody's getting sick and tired of what's going on. We've been lied to for generations. They've been taking from us since the 80s. And when I say they, I mean the 1%. It's time to fight back. One way or another, whether that's financially or physically or whatever. They've been imposing their will on us for decades. It's time to do something to fight back. I'm glad to see people finally standing up. And for those, I don't even want to say their name on here because I don't want to get it pulled down. But for those people that are going and snatching people up out of their jobs and all that type of stuff, to say that you're just following orders, you know who else said that? Them folks back in World War II that was over there murking that group of people. They said the same thing, but that didn't excuse them from facing consequences at the end of that war. I hope y'all can understand. I hope y'all get what I'm saying.
Y'all get what he's saying?
George W. Bush. Who the heck is that?
Figure it out yourself.
Yeah, what show is
So,
this?
as you can see, Mr. President, this new proposal should stimulate economic growth well within the fiscal year.
Yeah, thanks. That's good, but, I was wondering, how's that other thing coming along?
The other thing...
That thing we talked about. You know. Giant ball of twine.
Oh, right, that. Well, to be honest, Mr. President, Operation Really Big Ball of Twine hasn't exactly been a priority.
Dude, something really, really strange is going on. I gotta show y'all this. This is like mind-blowing. I don't really know what it is. So the moon is literally right there. You can't see it because the cloud's in the way, but listen to me. The little star app says the moon's supposed to be like somewhere in there, right? My little star finder, celestial bodies finder. Somebody tell me what the heck is, and how is this even possible? How is it right there? Hold on, look, you see it? You know, I know I have satire, satirical videos a lot of times, but this right here, this is not, and I need some answers. Okay, something is going on really weird with the sky, y'all. Like, it looks like, I don't know what exactly is going on, and I'm not joking, as usual, but look, seriously, this was right here. The moon was right here a second ago. Now, as soon as these clouds move, I want somebody to explain to me why the moon is right there, when even my little moon app tells me it's supposed to be over here, but it's not. So what do y'all think about that, man? I mean, it's looking pretty wild, pretty bright, you know what I mean? Y'all have a good day.
I didn't see the moon, so I don't know.
This is awesome. Somebody was able to film Area 51, and it's not crazy blurry. It's not fake. This is real. It's recent, and I find it totally fascinating. So a creator that goes by Jerry Arizona traveled to Nevada, hiked up a ridge outside of Area 51, and pointed his telescopic camera straight at the base. We're obviously not supposed to see what he filmed, but somehow he got the shot. There's a bunch of footage, but check some of this out.
Here you can see some radar, and there's one of those F-16s. Wow, it's super cool to see one of the Groom Lake F-16s up close like this. I think we might have a camo dude. It looks white. Yeah, that's definitely a white pickup. It just came from the gate. Let's see where this truck is going. Looks like it's some large metal structures, metal shelters or something over there. One lone Janet flight sat on the tarmac. I settled in for the night and watched it take off.
So even though he didn't seem to capture an alien piloting a flying saucer, he did capture some super interesting stuff. And seeing the Janet Airlines was really cool. I personally found watching this footage completely fascinating. He does have a few parts, so definitely go to his profile. Come back and let me know what you think of it.
See, this is the reason why I don't be getting on rides at amusement parks now. Them shits are not safe. Did you see the video of the girl that flew out of the fair ride? Mind you, when you see the video, you're not gonna notice it. But somebody remixed the video, put the video in black and white, and slowed the video down, and you see the girl flying out of the fair ride. The video is titled, "You Think You Could Hurt Me?" I literally saw my friend passed away on the fair. Nah, man. And no, I'm not putting the video up here because I don't even think the video should be on social media. This shit is crazy. And just to show you shit was real, look at the aftermath of this shit. Look at this shit right here. This is after everything happened. This shit is crazy, man. This is exactly why I don't play that amusement park shit. No Great Adventures, no amusement parks, none of that shit. I'm not riding rides. I'm not doing anything. I've seen too many people get on them rides and not get off them rides to be playing with them rides. I'm from the era where people was getting on the Cyclone in Coney Island. If you know Coney Island, you know the Cyclone. You know how old that shit was? And now they finally said, you know what? We're not gonna open the ride anymore. Cyclone closed. I'm from the era where people was getting on the hellhole in Coney Island, spinning around and dying, breaking their legs and all that shit in the hellhole. I'm not with that.
No.
Nope. We're not gonna do that.
We good. Fake pelican. Oh, what's on his back?
Are these birds fake?
That mother got solar power on his back. What is that? A transmitter or something? Yo.
I've just heard a flat earther say, pictures can be manipulated. Well, this is still on my camera, yeah?
Nikon D3200. No image of mine has ever been manipulated. It's straight raw data, what you will see. Right? This is not the sun, and it is not the moon. This is something else. Right? You can see it's not the moon because there's no image of the moon there. You can see it's not the sun because there is no sunspots. Right? This is another object that is in the sky directly above our heads that we cannot see with the naked eye. Right? Now, this man's got skills when it comes to capturing things like this. Nobody's got nothing on this man when it comes to doing things like this. Yeah? Nobody else has. You know this because nobody else has got these kind of images. Right? I'm a professional in what I do. I work with light. I know how to capture light where light can't be seen. Okay? So there's an image of an orb that is directly above us. Or this is a reflection from what's below. You get that?
Nobody wants to speak up, so I will. So allegedly, in Antarctica, NASA just discovered what they're calling a parallel universe. Let me say that again. A parallel universe. But in this parallel universe, time flows backwards. So you're telling me y'all just out there searching for cosmic particles, searching for whatever those are, and boom, you just bump into a parallel universe. So basically, in that universe that they found, everything that has to do with time is in reverse. Sort of like if you throw a ball forward, instead of the ball going forward, it'll go backward. Sort of like if you spill a can of soda, instead of the soda going down, it'll go up. So that makes sense to y'all? Because what's going on, man? You know what's crazy? Anytime that I'm talking about stuff like this, I always revert back to going to sleep. Because sleeping is the weirdest thing to me that is here with us on this planet. Like when we go to sleep, you don't know where the hell you be. And you be places.
Yeah, sleeping is a little bit weird. The whole parallel universe with time going backwards is kind of strange too, because like what time would you have seen to know that it was going backwards? What time was that in? Like how did that line up? You know what I'm saying?
Is anybody else experiencing this? I'm experiencing this thing where like we all know if you say something into your phone, the mic picks it up and somehow it gets the information you're talking about and puts you in the algorithm of that subject matter, right? We've all noticed that, right? But have y'all gotten to the point where you don't even have to speak on it? You can just think about it and you're in the algorithm. You're in getting ads or promotions to that subject matter you were just thinking about. And I've kind of tested this a few times, unintentionally though. But I thought about something that I haven't thought about in years and years. I haven't seen on TikTok. I haven't seen on anything in years. But I think about it, right? And suddenly I'm in that algorithm. Every other video is that subject matter. Am I the only one experiencing this? Or is everybody else experiencing like, it seems like these phones can tell what we're thinking and they throw us in the algorithm of that. Y'all experience that?
That is strange. Like I said before, it's a frequency. Our thoughts are real things. Think of your thought as a physical thing. It's not physical, but think of it as one. And when you think that physical thought, it goes into the airways or wherever, right? And can be picked up. You know how you've ever like had a certain thought that just came to your mind? Well, that might have been someone else's thought that you picked up. However, what's going on now is that the devices are picking up on these thoughts as well. They snatching them up out of the airways and they're using them to advertise back to you. Wait a minute, what's going on here? I can't escape. I don't know. My mind's going in all different type of places with that one, right? Because I did see a lot of videos where they were trying to debunk that and saying that was like staged. And when I don't like to disrespect anybody because who knows, but it did look staged, not gonna lie. And it's like, if it was staged, why did they need to stage that? Why did they need to get her gone, right? The guy, if you look up who that guy was, you'll see that he's been in jail. Like, he going back to where he was already at. You know what I'm saying? And they need her off the face of this reality that we're in right now. And then you got these rich guys trying to offer millions, right? So it's like, did somebody buy this person? Hey, I'm just putting it out there. This is for entertainment purposes only.
Basketball players, mothers, and fathers. I'm going to teach you something about a basketball court and the rim. I came up here on an October some years ago. I brought a broom because I knew it would be debris all over the court. Now pay attention to my story. I started sweeping, getting it out of the way. It was hot that day. It was in October, and I couldn't believe it was that hot. So I grabbed my water because I was dehydrated, and I walked towards the rim. And as I walked towards the rim, I had a drink of water. While I was tilting my head to drink the water, I realized there was a reflection hitting the top of the rim. It looked like a diamond or something, but I didn't pay it no mind. You want to follow the story. So I decided to try to throw a half-court shot. Nothing's edited. Now, when I threw the shot, I heard some rattle, and I'm going to show you what it was. Do you see that? Do you see?
All right.
That's what I seen up there. And then I noticed another one was up there. So, okay. Take this tape, put it on the broomstick. I almost got it. Yeah. Look at that. A good parent if you don't share this video for your kid. You see the razor, right? He goes up to dunk. Do you know what's gonna happen when he comes down on?
Yo, you got to be careful with everything now. Chicken little. Oh, look, the firmament's cracking. Oh, snap. Hexagon shapes. Yo. Skyfall. What's going on here? Imagine if that's what the sky is really like.
Look at this. This is no camera tricks. It looks like a dark rainbow. Goes into one of those cloud trail things, and then it ends up dark over there. Like, what is that? That looks like just some sort of weird dark rainbow. That's so weird. Do you think it's because the sun is right in that cloud stream and like that's the shadow? Is that what it is? Am I looking at a shadow? It's just so weird.
It is weird. For sure.
That's the weirdest thing. Or maybe it's just aliens. I mean, look at that shadow. Could just be aliens. I don't know. That is just so weird. Look at that shadow thing. What is that?
Y'all ever seen a shadow rainbow?
On this wall, this is limestone. This is calcite crystal. So this entire section of the wall, this part here, and this part here is all huge single slab of limestone. I mean, calcite crystal.
Calcite.
Yeah, alabaster.
Yeah. Wow.
You see the
and
difference
then the difference
between
there.
the limestone. and the calcite crystal.
Wow.
Mafish Noah is going to show us. What about your flashlight? This one's better. Yes, I know. All right. So he's going to show you.
Okay?
Yeah.
No statue, okay?
Yeah.
I know, okay? Let's see.
Okay, you see the
Yeah.
figure?
Whoa.
You see the belly button and then the arms?
Yeah. How they make the shadow just get there?
I have two cameras set up here, pointing at the lunar eclipse. One is a P900 full spectrum, the other, and as you can see, the P900 full spectrum is not seeing an eclipse, it's seeing the face of the moon. But the 1000 is seeing a shadow, or the supposed shadow. The P900 doesn't see it. So somehow, full spectrum or infrared removes the so-called shadow off the moon, and you can see the moon's face. So this proves that the lunar eclipse is not a shadow at all.
What is it? We all need infrared cameras.
2 days ago, I literally, got this out of me. Then yesterday, this. And this is no joke, guys. This came out of my feet.
What?
Yeah, came out of my feet.
Okay, metal foot.
Yeah, with the spark. Look at this shit, guys. Look at this shit, man. Boys, look at that.
What is it?
Look at this shit. Yeah, graphene oxide, nanotechnology came out of my body, and I'm going to do another one today.
How you get that out? We got nanotech in us, y'all.
Yeah, this is not a joke, my friends.
Oh, man.
Good yawning. Absolutely gross. Black goo out of my...
How'd that happen?
Why? So me there not the people them store. You know this store? I don't know this store. Alright. I come cause me want to show the ones on ones. What y'all chase is AI. You see this section right here? This is the largest technology section in the whole store.
What?
Not the ones where you see the laptop and the camera. No, right here. So why? Because there's nanotechnology in the makeup. Look at this. What you see? Look at these nice faces. And make sure to show the melanin faces, you know. All these people make sure don't for show the ingredients. You see how you have to peel off the ingredients? Alright, give me 1 second. Alright, so here you go. Take a look at some of these chemicals. All you see is chemicals. Nothing natural about this. Hexasiloxane, nylon-12, isododecane, alcohol denotes, PEG-10 dimethicone, cetopeg PPG-10 dimethicone, PEG-20, polyglycerol-4 isostearate, dihydronium hectorite, phenoxyethanol, magnesium sulfate, silica, disodium stearyl glutamate, trimethylhexylactone, cross-polymer methylparaben silica, and aluminum hydroxide. Not to mention the nanotechnology right here. You see the code them? You see the iron oxide? Yeah, that's the nanotechnology. Those are the nanoparticles that they use to allow these chemicals to go past the blood-brain barrier. And at this you chase. This you have on your skin. You see what I'm call it? Foundation. Because them set the foundation for the chemicals. So you see when you put that on your skin and it goes within, how you think you detoxify that? Because remember, when you eat something, you have your kidneys, you have your liver, they can help to detoxify a situation, isn't it? But when you put that on your skin, and it goes past the blood-brain barrier. What you gonna do? How do you detoxify that from the brain? Remember, you're putting this on your head, you know, and it goes all the way in. Not to mention the eye makeup and your glands and how it seeps right in. This is the largest technology station in the entire store. Yeah? It's not where you see the laptops, the phones. No. This is the technology that you put on your face. And it has nanoparticles in it that can be activated with radiation. And where do you get radiation from? Your phone. You see me? And every single one of them that you see has that nanotechnology. Titanium dioxide. You see the last row? The iron oxide and the dioxide? Yeah, those are the nanoparticles. Not to mention the concealer. What you do? You put this right under your item, don't? And you know how thin the skin is right there? And guess what? Titanium dioxide, mica, iron oxides, PEG, dimethicone. I'll be making some videos about PEG and what PEG is, polyethylene glycol, a form of plastic that is used to make these nanotechnologies.
I remember there was a time period in my life where I refused to download TikTok. Now look at me, full-blown crackhead.
Ain't that the truth? Ladies, gotta be careful with these makeups, right? You gotta read the ingredients and see what they're used for. If it is nanotechnology, that's wild. And the guy before that had all of that metal in that bottle that he said came from his foot. His foot. How? I don't know. I don't know if I want to know, but I kind of want to know. But yeah, these are some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.